Welcome to my best round of golf ever, and it took place at Wildhorse in Davis, California. The first hole, position hole. Don't go right, you might go in the water on another fairway. Hit 3-wood, playing from the blue tees, probably a little too short for me, but I don't care. Sand wedge in, a lot of obstacles to navigate, but on this day I was striking the ball pretty decent. Gave myself a good look at birdie, and this is the way to start. I knew it would be a good day, and boring tidbit, I watched an Andy Miller, the son of Johnny Miller, and he said hit the ball in the middle of the putter face to go in, and I tried it on that and it went in. Should have done it more. 3-wood on the second hole. They say it's 300 yards. I think it really played like 270. Hit my 3-wood. Just don't go right. Don't hit a house left. It's very much a position hole. I actually got that way closer to the green than I thought I would, which was kind of crazy. And I left myself kind of an awkward pitch that I didn't really know what to do because there's a lot of slope on this green, especially on the left-hand side. This is my second time playing this course. Probably won't play it for a while. And with that lack of knowledge, it was really hard. Now, this is going to be the controversial aspect of this video and where someone might relegate my score. So people in the comments, you decide. Missed that, and I didn't officially knock that in. I just picked up. It was a close putt. So right now I'm at 1 under. That was the wrong side of the ball because I don't really super practice. This is just a get out there and whack it hole. It's about 400 yards, 380 or something. 7-iron from the tulips. There's a bunch of sand to there. Just threw my whole body into it. The super Lukie pull. You know how that goes sometimes. It's a vibe. And I hit it actually onto the green. Honestly, mentally, I wasn't even fully in that putt. I was just so happy I put it on the green and had a makeable 2-putt on this hole that I all but was assured thought that it was going to be a bogey hole. I just got out of there. The fourth is a super cool position forced carry. There's an obstacle in the front, like a forced carry, and then there's some bunkers. What I loved about this shot was I actually hit a cut on command. I'm trying to go to my left side, which I think creates that. Tried to get a 9-iron there like the Incredible Hulk. I should have hit an 8-iron because that would have probably gotten me to the back pin. Once again, it's really hard being honest with yourself in all aspects of life, but golf club yardage seems like one of the hardest to be. I had the right line, I just didn't know how to hit the ball, but once again, putting is very difficult and it's a feel-based thing. I'm just going to continue to try to get better at putting because it's a game within a game, I think they've said on CBS. The fifth, so if you want to go off of kind of like what will go on here, I think I'm 1 under par right now. I've just made a bunch of pars. Got extremely lucky here. I kind of tugged it, or I pulled it, hit the bunker, slowed down, stayed up, and I actually probably got saved by that because I ended up taking a 7-iron. And by taking a 7-iron, I just played to the middle of the fairway, gave myself a pitching wedge, hit it thin to win. There's out of bounds to your right, water hazard to your left. It's just hitting straight shots. And then I gave myself another makeable putt. This one, though, as you can tell, I'm not the greatest putter on this day. Just misread it. And I think another aspect of this is playing by yourself when you're in the zone. It's sometimes harder to keep that focus on putts when you're playing by yourself. This hole, the sixth, I believe, water all down your left-hand side, bunkers all down your left-hand side, and then there's a huge slope. I just wanted to hit the cut, a little too much of a cut on there, but lagged it up. This is the thing about the greens here. I always felt like I was playing defensive golf, even by hitting good strikes, because I never felt fully comfortable. This is a whammy. I smoked it. I smoked that one. If you've ever smoked a golf ball, hit like, you know what I mean? Had about 170 in. This is a 6-iron on this par 5. I felt like I was playing on the PGA Tour, except I'm not good. So like that was the give back. But it's just basically a wide open hole. If you go right, you go into another fairway. Left too far is a water hazard. Someone kind of started to come up behind me and was playing fast, but they were a local. And it kind of messed my vibe up. That's where I hit my ball to, and then I didn't even record the 2-putt. It's whatever, though. Like, making par on this hole, sure, I could be like, oh, man, I'm so disappointed. But I'm 1 under through, like, 7 or 8 holes, so it's not really that bad. This is the hardest hole for me on the golf course, and I don't know. I was pretty thrilled. I hit a great drive, put it in the middle of the fairway. Right is out of bounds. Left is just having to hit over trees. I'm a low ball hitter. Gave me like a really good 8-iron distance. It was a front pin about 155-ish, I think. And then that means that this carry was about 145-ish. That's about right where it was. Flew it to right there. I was really striking my irons well. Probably won't do that consistently, but maybe I will. Who knows? And now this is so sick. No bogeys yet. 2 birdies. Let go. So now we're going on. Actually, I've been getting the holes wrong. This is the 9th hole. Once again, it's a forced carry. You got to hit it over that little moat there, and then just very firm fairways, which kind of play to my strength of just getting a lot of ball speed and hitting down on the ball. And then I saw this guy, I think it's Cart Barn Golf or something. He played Spanish Bay, and he gave you some different angles. So I'm biting what he's doing. So I'll include a link. Hit my wedge in there, and it almost looks like a fake video how good I was striking the ball on this day into greens because I was just right there. Really got aggressive with that one. I wanted to go back-to-back birdies because that would have been super sick. I think I putted that through the break, and then I just finished up with a par. I know for a fact this is the 10th hole because this is a hole I kind of waited on a long time on the tee box. That funny story, there was a guy that wanted me to join up with him, and I was like, no, man, I don't want to join up. I'm 2 under par. I got the vibe going. I didn't tell him that. I didn't want to be a dick. Hit a good drive, lob wedge, and once again, it's like these slopey greens, and I was hoping to play off of the slope, but I feel like a really true good golfer sometimes just plays for an uphill putt, and I gave myself this like tricky side hill putt that was just kind of all based on speed, and I didn't have the courage or conviction as a man to really putt that there. So we're still 2 under par, and now I'm attacking this very short par 4, but if you go right, you lose your ball. So I just aimed up. That's the right, that if you go right, you lose a golf ball. So I just aimed at that bunker with a 3-wood and just was trying to stay on that line. I wasn't worried about the fairway. Hit my 3-wood to their little lob wedge chip, and then once again, I'm fine with the results of this, but I guess from a strategy standpoint, I just didn't really play the smartest golf because I gave myself another side hill putt and I wasn't rolling the rock the way I should. So still 2 under. We get to the signature golf hole here. This is like the iconic Wildhorse hole. Got a little under this one. I remember feeling like I hit the tee and not as much the ball, which always a super sick feeling, but it didn't go in the water. There's the water that you can very easily thin your ball and hit it right in there. And it's just a beautiful golf hole. I came up really short on this hole. And these 2 par 3s that you're going to see over the next 3 holes, I think I was starting to realize how good and probably like singularly good this round is. Like, this is probably not going to be a duplicatable round. I hope it will be, but I don't know if I'm going to duplicate this good of a round. And I was like, okay. Once again, another thing, I'm very conscientious of pace. So I see someone on the tee box behind me. I'm not going to be like a Bryson, JB Holmes, like playing super slow. Like, I want people to play at a good speed. It's just a game to me. I'm not living off of this. And I'm really trying to 2-putt the signature hole. Just ran it on the high side. Disappointing 3-putt. Now we're down to 1 under par, but that's still okay. This hole, main focus was do not go left. Left is an OB or a penalty marker. I'm not quite sure. I just didn't want to have to read the scorecard. I hit it way out right. There's a dirt hill, and my ball just caught speed and actually came back into play. So really the miss right, and if you get lucky, is really good. I left myself a sand wedge in. I thought I was giving you another one of those Cart Barn guys golf YouTube channel videos, like a sick avant-garde angle. Instead, I just gave you a confusing angle that approximately shows you where I hit my sand wedge from, but you don't actually see me hit the golf ball. And this one, I just put a terrible stroke on it. Like, I kind of cut the ball, I think, in hindsight. I think that should have gone in, and I just put some right side spin, and it didn't drop, which was disappointing. Now, this was my big disaster hole. This was a 120-yard pitching wedge shot for me. And I just pulled it to the back of the green because of nerves, because I'm like, oh my God, I'm 1 under. Totally did not go through any sort of like ritual or anything. Just kind of was like, okay, let's just get the pace. I think it's going to go back to the water. I didn't even stand over it that much. And then I didn't even hit it coming back. So that now I'm to even par, which still a great round. But when you're like an average golfer like myself, like you really want the under par round for your record. So this one is just another position hole. You can't really hit the full dog off the tee because you might get the raw dog and hit it into the hazard. So it's a position hole. You want to lay up. I was left with a 9-iron. I tried to cut it. I pulled it. There's a bunker and there's a downslope. So I really was close to hitting a really good approach here. And this is the forced carry. So obviously if you have trouble getting irons or approach shots in the air, this course is going to be very frustrating because it's very penalizing in terms of getting the ball in the air. So this is the lie I had, and it was all straight downhill. So this chip was ridiculously solid. I actually was like really blown away, and then I was like so nervous I didn't record that shot. I was going to one-hand putt it, just be like, okay, I'll give it to myself, and I actually knocked it in. So I'm like, okay, we're still even par. I was so petrified. I was like trying to cheat almost. Hit like if you've ever done that. So this is another position hole, 270 uphill, hitting the 3-wood. That's the local rule. Local rule basically says hit it in the creek, go to the other side, don't slow down play, go to the other side. Just be considerate of other people. That's the basic rule. So I had about, I don't know, 40 yards in. Tried to get this sand wedge back there with like a pitch type shot or something, I don't know. And I just couldn't gauge it. Definitely not my best effort. And then I hit a putt that almost was like a bonus birdie because like I was not mentally thinking about making it. But that's a really fun hole. And for like a golfer that struggles with distance, very, very fun hole. This par 5, as you can see, that was a wild swing, but I made contact and we got it out there actually a really good ways. Please don't judge me by my hairline or my golf swing, guys. This is kind of the traditional Pete Dye, like you must get the ball in the air and hit this exact shot. So I busted out the 2-iron like a stud. Boom, raked it. Gargoyle status. Look at that back. You can definitely tell I lift a little bit of weights. Come on, man. You know that. And I ran this all the way up to the green. That 459 par 5 did nothing to your boy. Driver, 2-iron, hit it to here. Totally thought I was going to make an eagle, and then I did that side spin thing where, okay, I, you know what I mean? Just put a lousy stroke on it, but we made birdie. Coming to 18, 1 under par, but it's the hardest hole in the course. I could totally double bogey this or even make a mess of this last hole because this hole is like the hardest hole at Wildhorse. It's a 410 hole that's a dog leg left. And then I hit the 5-wood from 190 forced carry to get it to the hole, and I fly it over the pin, fly it about 205 over that tree, stud shot. As you could hear, I was very motivated, very excited. Look at how much you have to carry. It's not a game. And right here, I'm like, I'm gonna be under par. But see, I record this round as an even par round, even though some might call it an under par because I didn't technically knock in that one stroke. I was kind of like, it was like, I don't know. It feels a little wrong. And now here it is. That's my win. This is my winning a golf tournament. I won one golf tournament, but this is my real winning a golf tournament. I take the pin out. I'm not even talking about the course anymore. I'm gloating. Can I make it? You better believe it. Young Lukie made it. Look at the celebration. Everyone's going crazy. So you guys can leave a comment and let me know if that's a 1 under par round or if that's an even par round. But regardless of whether it's a 71 or a 72, I will fill out my scorecard and let you know. If we get this up to 100 likes, I'll buy someone a Pro V1 a set. But this is the greatest round I've ever played of golf. Thank you for watching this vlog. I appreciate anyone who contributes or subscribes or even likes a video. This is a passion project, and I'm just trying to do the best I can.